Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Have you all been? Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you to all those who are subscribing. My new subscribers, you're highly welcome. And for those of you that are not yet subscribed, oh please go and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I believe you're interested in this topic and that is why you clicked on this video. So I'm going to get to it. How do you plan a wedding with zero savings? I mean, zero savings, no savings, nada, nothing. It wasn't like you've saved. Some of you are privileged. You're highly privileged. You have the privilege from the Most High to have saved up some money for your wedding. But some of us, like us, we're not privileged. If you've not watched that video of where I talked about meeting my husband and we getting married in 10 months, I think you should go and check it out. So let me get to it. How did we plan a wedding with zero savings? So when we started planning our wedding, it wasn't like we had any money anywhere. I just come back from a time when I was out of job, so like I didn't even have zero savings. I went back to school for my master's degree, so like I had exhausted myself. I just started a new job and I wasn't even up to 2 months on the job. And my husband on the other hand, after the proposal, job started having issues, like different issues they're coming up, you know. In fact, it was like, see, this thing, there was nowhere money was even coming in from. But at the end of the day, we just sat down and told ourselves, okay, you know what? This plan has to go on, whether the devil likes it or not. So I want to talk to you. I just want to like share my experience with you. If you are at that point where it looks like, okay, you want to have your wedding, but it seems like everything seems to be like against it, or like almost everywhere you turn to, it's like there is nothing. I want to encourage you, especially when your marriage is a Christian marriage and you're building a home for Christ. I want to tell you, the first thing you need to know is this, that the walk is a walk of faith. Oh boy. See, it's in this season I realize that faith is a currency. Like faith is tangible. Faith is tangible. It's something that is so real if you can just hold on and walk through it. Like, it wasn't like we had anything planned out. It wasn't like, okay, I had a plan maybe in 2018 that I was going to be married in 2019. If I had had that plan, maybe I would have maybe saved up, you know, and all of that. But it wasn't. It was just God's thing, God's own way. So, the walk is a walk of faith, and because it's a walk of faith, you're not seeing it, like you're not seeing the money you need for your plan, you're not seeing it, but you know it's going to come. Like, you just know in your heart that this money is going to come. The truth of the matter is that no matter how much you plan and no matter how much you save for a wedding, at the end of the day, it's either you always still need more. So at the end of the day, you will still need to go through a process, maybe of trusting or maybe of other people supporting you and all of that. So it was a serious faith journey, and it was a stretching journey because I have been a person of faith, but I don't think my faith has been tried to this point before. Like, if you saw my wedding videos, you see that I had breakout. I was breaking out because of stress. I was stressed. Imagine, traditional marriage was supposed to be in September. We had not bought anything. Like, we had not bought anything as at August. Like, nothing was bought, nothing was paid for, no cloth was bought, nothing. I mean, how would you even plan a wedding like that? You know? But at the end of the day, God came through for us. But you should know that this faith walk is a journey. God is going to take you through a process, especially when you know that God's hand is on your life and his hand is on your marriage and you're doing things as he leads. He might have led you to save. Very good for you. Good for you. But for some people, it is not like that. They have to faith their walk. They have to, you know, go through the journey. They have to trust God for every penny, for every dime, and they have to glorify God for it. And that was our own experience. You know, we had to just we had to just walk through this thing. It was like a thick forest. And we had to We had to watch God path the way for us to pass through. To be frank with you, it wasn't easy, but at the end of the day, we've grown. Like, I would say my spiritual life grew because I prayed like I wouldn't have prayed before. You know, I've always been this person who like to have my things planned. You know, I like to plan my life. I wrote down the plans I had for my life since I was 19. So like I knew, okay, this year this is what I want to do. Like I like having things planned. I don't like things coming up on me suddenly. So when the whole wedding thing came upon me suddenly, it was like, what is going on? I was losing control. And at that point, I had to give all the control to God. So we didn't have any money at the start of our planning. We didn't have anyone like to say, oh, we have a sponsor. We had no sponsor. Our sponsor was God. And we're holding on to him. And he actually came through. I also want to tell you something else. The truth is, if you know you're doing a journey of faith, you have to plan your budget as God wants it planned. Let your dates be as God wants it. Do you understand? Like for us, it had to be, our date had to be picked by God. Do you know what? We were planning to do our wedding just once. Like we wanted to just have the traditional wedding and we'll have only the traditional wedding and that is it, you know. So that was the initial plan. I think I was okay with it because I was like, let me just get this dress done once and that is it. But God had other plans. He wanted it twice. And he didn't just want, he gave us the specific dates. The September 4th, which was traditional marriage, was like so close to the introduction. Then the October 26th was the white wedding in Abuja. So it was like, how are we going to do this? Like, we just have just 1 month interval. And it's not like we had any money stacked up somewhere. But the truth of the matter is that God came through. Like, everything, we saw God. Like, we just saw God. He came and he met every need. The thing was that we planned our budget as he wanted it. We didn't plan too much. We didn't want to overstretch ourselves. We didn't want to overstretch anyone. We had our budget. I drew up the budget. My husband looked through it. We prayed about it and we cut some things down. We adjusted some things and we handed it over to God and said, God, this is our budget for the traditional marriage. This is our budget for the white wedding. We're trusting you for it. And God came through at the end of the day. Things happened beyond our expectations and everything was provided for. Another thing you need to know is that you do only what God says. Like, as a woman, there were some things I would have wanted. You know, there were some some paparazzi I would have wanted. Or maybe I should maybe wear a dress, you know, make a different dress for my traditional wedding, make a different dress for my white wedding. But for the sake of where God is taking us to, there was no time for all of that. It's not like even if I wanted it done, it wouldn't have been done. But I thought about it. I said, okay, I made a dress which was pretty expensive for the traditional marriage, and I wore it and just danced out once, and I danced back inside and I took some pictures. Is that why I can't wear that dress again for my reception? No, I can actually. So I used the same dress for my reception, and we had to just do what God said, not just what anybody said. My wedding dress was a gift. Like, different gifts came in. We didn't tell anybody. We didn't borrow money from anybody. We didn't owe anyone. Like, God just came through for us. I mean, we finished our wedding and we still had change left. Like, we still had money to live on. You know, it's not like, oh, after wedding now, oh, they are so broke. Oh, they are not eating well. Oh, no. After it, we still had left over. We still had money that was good for us to have a great start. So no matter whatever you're planning, it's not just about the wedding. Don't just focus on just the wedding. Focus on the life after. Don't think about pleasing everybody. Do you know our souvenirs? Somebody gifted us souvenirs, and that was the only souvenirs we used. Oh my God. People wanted to rain heaven, thunder, limestone, brimstone, all the stones on us. Like, how can you just have just 100 souvenirs? Like, that is what we want to do, because in our budget, we have stretched some parts. My husband's suit and some other areas had been stretched. So we didn't want to come and go beyond our budget. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you for celebrating with us. We're sorry souvenirs are exhausted. And to be frank with you, people have moved on. People have gone past it. You know, nobody is even calling us these days now to say, oh, how you doing? Hope you've eaten food. I hope you are faring well. I hope you... It's you and your husband at the end of the day. Like, people will just for that week, people will just talk about the wedding for that week, and that is it. So planning your wedding with 0 naira is a journey of faith. And it has to be one that you will tell yourself, see, I will not borrow money. I will not beg anyone, because God has said it. We believe it, and that settles it. So once you get a word from God, that is enough to get you started. So don't get your heart worried to start thinking, oh, I don't think I can do this. Oh, I don't think this can work. I don't think, no. This guy doesn't even have all the money. How can he not even have all the money? And he's thinking that he wants to get married to me. See, at the end of the day, if you see how God performed different miracles, he would have said, oh, so what if I was just focused on the things I was seeing before the wedding? I'll be like, no, I beg, no, somebody's attack cannot come. No, God has done it all. God has perfected everything, and it's still a journey for us. It's still a process for us, and we are joyful, we're happy. You know, it's not, there is nobody on our necks, you know, saying, oh, you're owing me for your wedding. Oh, you didn't pay me. No, everything happened well. God planned it all. If you've not watched the video of the trailers for my wedding or the teasers, you can just scroll down. You would find those videos, or maybe I'll just drop the link here. So please, you mustn't have all the money in the world to plan your wedding. Just do it as God wants it done. Cut your budget, make it as minimal as you can. There is life after the wedding, okay? Do what God says you should do. Allow His will to be done. If you have issues, maybe with your parents, there are disputes, there are things they want done. Like my parents wanted some things in some certain ways. They had to do that themselves from their own pockets. And we really appreciated them. And we thank God for them. You know, but we didn't allow any pressure to allow us go beyond what we had planned. Because at the end of the day, wedding is just one day. And marriage is a lifetime. And you don't want to start your lifetime on the ground of struggling, of financial stress, maybe no food, you know, and stuff like that. So I hope you've been blessed by this video. Please just share your thoughts down below. Let me know how your own wedding planning was. Did you plan your wedding with 0 naira, or did you have all the money planned, or whatever it was? Just let me know your wedding planning experience. For me, I came out as a woman of faith. I came out as someone who prays better and who trusts God. In fact, there is nothing now that you tell me that is happening, and I've given it over to God, and that will shake me. Even my husband says it, and I said, there is nothing that would happen now that somebody will tell me, oh, God is not faithful, and I'll be like, oh, I think He's not faithful. No, we've tested Him and we've seen. Taste and see that the Lord is good. The Lord is good all the time. Thank you so much for watching these videos. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much. Bye.